We're hearing a plea for help from an American journalist who the U.S. government says is wrongfully detained in Iran. Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan shows us those recordings and that journalist's message to the U.S. government.
Before his arrest nearly 2 years ago, Iranian-American journalist Reza Valizadeh reported for the U.S. government-funded Radio Free Europe.
I'm Reza Valizadeh, your colleague who is sending you this message from Evin prison in Tehran.
In this recording obtained by CBS, Reza appeals to the U.S. government to get help for him and other Americans detained in Tehran's Evin prison, notorious for its harsh conditions.
Even if treating our diseases is a big demand, it would have at least asked the Iranian authorities to reduce not all the physical pressure and mental torture against us.
Valizadeh survived the Israeli bombing of Evin last June. When the war began 3 months ago, all contact was cut off, according to his lawyer, Ryan Fahey.
A wrongfully detained American journalist is sitting in Evin prison and can't even leave the walls of that prison for medical treatment. And that's very difficult for Reza to reconcile President Trump's statements that we're going to bring Americans home.
Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps arrested Valizadeh in 2024. He was sentenced to 10 years for, quote, collaborating with a hostile government. He's one of 6 Americans detained by Iran. Secretary of State Marco Rubio designated him and 61-year-old Cameron Hekmati as wrongfully detained, essentially arrested for being an American. Valizadeh wonders why America returned the crews of detained Iranian vessels.
The U.S. government could have demanded our exchange in return.
CBS News has learned that none of the detained Americans will be released as part of the truce being negotiated by the U.S. and Iran. A Trump administration official told me they are closely watching Reza's case and that of the other Americans. But my sources tell me that the plan is to handle the hostages after a truce is reached with Iran. I asked the U.S. if Iran had been requested to release the Americans as a goodwill gesture, but I was told those details are too sensitive to discuss. Margaret Brennan, CBS News, Washington.